How can infinity get bigger? The secret to the universe's expansion. Think of the biggest thing you can imagine: infinity, a concept that, by definition, has no end. Now, what if I told you that scientists claim this endless thing is getting bigger every second? It sounds impossible, a puzzle that defies logic itself. But the answer to this paradox isn't just a mind trick. It reveals the most fundamental secret about the very fabric of our universe. How can infinity grow? The answer will change the way you see space forever. Have you ever stopped to think about something that just doesn't seem to make any sense? For example, the universe is infinite, but scientists say it's expanding. Hold on, how can something that's already infinite get even bigger? If that question just tied your brain in a knot, it's not your fault. The culprit is a flawed image most of us have about how the universe began. In this video, we're going to untangle that knot. Forget the complicated stuff. We're going to take you on a step-by-step journey to understand this great secret of the cosmos. First, we'll show you the surprising discovery an astronomer made 100 years ago, a clue that changed everything. Then, we'll use an incredibly simple analogy involving a party balloon that will make it all click. And by the end, you'll perfectly understand how infinity can, in fact, expand, and this idea will forever change the way you look at the night sky. Let's unravel this mystery together. To solve our mystery, we first need to understand what astronomers actually see when they look at the sky. About 100 years ago, a scientist named Edwin Hubble spent night after night observing distant galaxies with his telescope. And he discovered something shocking. Nearly all the galaxies in the universe are moving away from us. And that's not all. He discovered a rule, a kind of cosmic pattern. The rule was, the farther away a galaxy is, the faster it seems to be moving away from us. This was really weird. Why would that happen? It looked as if our galaxy was the center of a massive explosion and everything was flying away from us. But scientists already knew that Earth isn't the center of anything, so what was the explanation? This is where our simple analogy comes in to save the day. Imagine you take a deflated party balloon and draw a bunch of little dots on it with a marker. Each dot represents a galaxy. Now, pick any dot to be your home. Start blowing up the balloon. Look at what happens. From your home dot's point of view, all the other dots are moving away. But here's the most important part. A dot right next to you moves away slowly, but a dot on the other side of the balloon moves away much faster. This happens not because the dots are racing across the rubber, but because the rubber of the balloon itself is stretching. And the more rubber there is between two dots, the faster they move apart. That was the big revelation. The secret of the universe isn't that galaxies are traveling through space like cars on a highway. The secret is that space itself is stretching, just like the balloon's rubber. The galaxies are like the dots, just along for the ride on this expanding fabric of space-time. That's why a very distant galaxy moves away faster, because there's much more fabric of space stretching between us and it. Now we can finally get back to our original question and settle it once and for all. How can infinity get bigger? Think about the rubber on our balloon. If, instead of a balloon, we had an infinite sheet of rubber and it started to stretch, it would still be infinite. It wouldn't suddenly grow an edge or an end that it didn't have before. What's increasing isn't the size of infinity. What's increasing is the distance between the things within it. The universe isn't becoming more infinite, it's becoming more spacious. Infinity is stretching. It's a powerful idea, and now that we understand the expansion of space, it makes perfect sense. There's no paradox at all. So the big secret to cracking the mystery was just a shift in perspective. It's not an explosion in a place, but the expansion of the place itself. This simple and powerful idea, confirmed by the balloon rule that Hubble discovered, is the foundation of our entire understanding of the universe. If space is expanding today, it means that in the past, everything was closer together in an incredibly hot and dense place. That is the true picture of the Big Bang. And this expansion continues today, leading us toward a fascinating and unknown future. Next time you look up at the stars, remember this: you aren't just looking at distant points of light in a silent void. You are, at this very moment, floating on the fabric of space-time itself as it gently stretches, carrying everyone and everything on a cosmic journey that began 13.8 billion years ago. If unraveling the universe's secrets in a clear and fascinating way is something that excites you, then you're in the right place. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications, because our next journey of discovery is just beginning. If this idea just clicked for you and you felt that thrill of finally understanding something incredible, how about hitting that like button right now? Your like is the signal that tells us we're on the right track, turning complex topics into something simple and fascinating for you. It helps the channel grow a ton. Thanks!